Greetings and welcome back, travelers, to episode 36 of our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Death Attack campaign. Tonight's episode is
I hate what you're reading.
Hold 'em High.
Hold 'em high?
Hold 'em High.
Can you give Chad negative XP for Yu-Gi-Oh-ing his dice right now?
What do you mean by you? Did he send it to the Nether Realm? The Shadow Realm?
Go and show him.
Send him to hell.
Here, let
Show
me
the
try.
atrocity you just pulled.
I was just like this.
There was a series of Yu-Gi-Oh where they play with dice.
Yeah,
Dungeon
there was.
Dice Monsters.
Yep.
It was the OG version. Yeah, if you read the shonen.
It had a weird battle map board and everything.
I had a set.
Yeah.
Anyways, into more current relevant news. Do we have any news? We do have some news for you guys. This will be the last week, fingers crossed, as long as you
Of
don't
this stream.
technical difficulties.
Whoa!
This will be the last week with these webcams. So after this episode, in the future, our streams will hopefully be in a much higher quality, which we've
Terrified.
definitely been waiting to give you guys better quality for a long time. And then after that, we'll be able to focus on audio and just start tackling those audio issues.
Have we decided what we're doing tomorrow?
Slasher.
I believe tomorrow we're going to be doing Slasher.
Because there's no vampire tomorrow.
There is no vampire tomorrow, and we are going to try to get Carl in on that. So,
Oh no.
since he's supposed to be here anyways from Memphis,
That seems dangerous.
I
For multiple reasons.
would like to throw in a little bit extra chaos. That way it's
Okay.
just not the three of you guys going up against me, giving you guys
Hey
a
man,
story.
especially if we're doing like the one that has no rules.
Because remember, also,
You became
one
a
person is a
robot
slasher.
warrior.
So one person is a slasher. I mean, that would be two players versus one person. That's
That's
a little
true.
unfair. So I'd rather get an extra person in.
True.
But yeah, we'll be playing Slasher. That'll be some good fun for you guys. Don't know if that will go up on YouTube or not, but
The first one was the next
the first one we got up on YouTube. It'll depend on how
Bad it is?
how bad it is, especially if there's a bunch of screaming and stuff.
This is
Other than that,
a piano man and fucking shot rockets.
other than that, you guys.
Also, Community Thanksgiving on 28th. It's
Yes.
Saturday. Is that
Yep.
Saturday? 28th. It's going to be on our Discord, so if you're not in it, get in it.
Okay, so Community Friendsgiving on the 28th of November.
I think that's...
It'll be a Discord event.
It's on a Friday.
It's
I
on
think
Saturday.
Is that
it's
it?
Saturday. Friday is our personal one. Saturday is the community one.
That's right. And I knew that. And I was testing you on.
Thursdays when we have
all
to deal with our
facts.
families.
Okay. Now,
My first Thanksgiving with my family ever.
Oh, that's... I'm praying for you.
without further ado, do we have everything then?
I think so.
Oh, is this? Are we playing the intro?
That's the eagle.
Explosions everywhere.
Without further ado, roll to save, travelers. This is a death attack. Every
we press
time.
home on Patreon now. Patreon, that's a big one.
That's true. Okay.
We're reeling it back.
Reel it back one more time. We do have a Patreon now. We have it right now with only one tier. It is just a straight general support. There's nothing that comes with it. It's only $1. That's just basically if you want to contribute a very small amount to the channel, you have an option to do that. We are going to be adding more tiers later on. And one of the tiers I do know that we will be adding will be monthly community one-shot games that will be added on there. There's also going to be a DM masterclass by myself that will be on there. It will be held once a month. And we're also going to have some exclusive, I believe, vlogs as well. It's going to be added on there. So we are going to be, the tier list will be adding up quite quickly. And there's also, I believe, unique merchandise options with Patreon. So we might be adding some unique merch that will
We'll
be
see.
only available on
We'll see.
Patreon.
Maybe. That's
Now.
it.
Now we good on news.
I guess
Okay.
it helps tell them where they can find our Patreon. They can go Patreon, just type our name in, they'll find it.
If you just type NearDark Patreon, you will find it. We are surprisingly no one else had that. So,
Okay.
and it's just NearDark, not NearDark Studios, just NearDark. Okay. Now, without further ado, let's get the game kicked off. And we'll pick up right where we last left off with all of you within the broker's personal private sanctum after it had spun around and revealed its beholder form. The dark purple, almost reptilian-like skin stretched over the spherical shape of this massive yellow eye. These eye stalks protrude from the top of it. It's wide, eye-to-eye grin. Doesn't have ears.
How does it hear?
Who knows? Magic.
Huh.
He absorbs the sound vibrations.
Oh god,
into
it's
his
not all
skin.
like telepathy, right?
They are created in a very strange way, so let's just assume that it's some sort of innate ability. Or let's say it has, like what birds have, those ear holes.
Ew.
You all had agreed to partake within the tournament tonight. The broker suggested that gains to benefit more if Calypso loses. And is willing to erase the oversight by the strangers when they originally formed their Adventurers Guild back in Lockmore, or Gutterport.
Yeah, we did. We did.
So, we'll go ahead and begin the scene right after Jezebel just shook the hand of
The eye.
The eye.
the eye stalk.
Yuck.
Icky.
You notice that the eye stalk recedes from your hand, and he stares at you intently.
All the eyes are staring at me.
Appears to be. Occasionally, some of the other stalks do turn and look towards
How
other
many
members of the
eyeballs are
parties.
on this thing?
Well, you see that it has one major eye, and it has several eye stalks on top of its head.
So gross. Okay. Am I supposed to be doing something?
You just got done shaking his hand.
Yeah, now we're just staring at each other.
Now you're staring at him. Yes.
Cool.
Eye to eye.
Alright, I'm gonna slowly back away.
All right. You notice that the beholder, the broker, the chair spins back around after you shake the hand, and you hear his voice begin to speak again.
I hope you're successful tonight.
Is Sky in here?
No, Sky was left up top. It was actually taken by, I believe, Mr. 52.
And he turned back around in his chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure we will be. I'm gonna look over at the guy, just be like,
Alright, well, after the game, we'll meet up with Broker and divvy out the gold we owe. So,
yeah, I think I told him I'd do it when we were done talking though, so I'm just gonna be right back. I'm gonna do the weird pocket step,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna try to eyeball the amount.
If you were to go into your jacket as you look in there and you look at the vault, there is a lot of riches in here, especially from just what you gathered from the room that was within the sunken temple. You can go ahead and give me a general... give me a wisdom check. Or intelligence, whichever's higher.
Natural 1.
You couldn't eyeball it 100% without counting all of it, but you think you may have enough.
Wait, can I do another check to see if I look around real quick? Is there anything that is like just a singular item that looks like it'd be worth a lot of money?
A singular item worth
75,000.
75,000 gold. You can go ahead and, well, with
Or
your
maybe
check,
a couple items, so I'm not walking out with like pounds and pounds.
with your check that you've looked, you don't see a particular single item that would be worth that much.
Well, can I roll again? Because I'm looking for an item now, not
Sure.
my die ball or currency.
Sure.
What's that? It's about 15.
Okay. Looking around the room, you notice that there are a few pieces of fine art, small busts or statues. However, the majority of the material value in here is within gemstones and coin.
Alright, then I'll go ahead and just get what I collected and step back.
Okay.
Is there a desk, did you say?
There
Or
is a
just-
desk.
Okay, I'm just gonna alright, I'm just gonna spread it out there for you.
So
just let you
you
handle that.
Drop it onto the desk.
Yeah, just spreading it around. should be enough right there.
I admire your eager approach. The game is going to begin soon. You might want to take your seats.
Take our what?
Seats.
Seats
Seats.
in here.
No. I'm sure it means up top. So we can watch the game.
Alright. I'm gonna head back upstairs.
I follow close behind.
Okay.
Following as well.
As they are leaving, I'll linger behind just a little bit,
Okay.
as I notice that the last one's about to exit out the door, and lean over to the broker. Sorry, excuse me. Is there any way that I could possibly... Is there bets being placed on this game?
Unfortunately, you are a participant in the game. Could not have you betting. Say, conflict of interest.
Oh. Okay. Well, I thought it was almost worth the ask. Alright. I'm gonna turn around and just leave.
Okay. Turn around and leave.
Okay.
The party makes their way back up the staircase into the almost identical room that they descended down from. As you look around up here, you do not see the fake broker sitting in the chair or standing by. Simply that door that leads back out into the main mess hall. You're all able to tell, though, with your passive perception, that you don't hear the sounds of cheering or laughter or conversations. Dead quiet. Too quiet.
So, is there anyone? Can we see people? They're just being quiet?
You're still in the study. I haven't had you open the door yet. I'm just letting you guys do that yourselves.
Do we know where to go?
I assume that we just look for Sky and watch the game.
So you want to walk back out into the
Yes.
gambling hall? All right. Who is going first?
Sounds like Palmer.
I'll go first.
As you turn the doorknob and you push the door forward, the first thing you hear is the sound of crickets and the immediate sensation of cool air hitting your face. Cool air is an outside air. You immediately fill your lungs with the fresh nocturnal night's air. As the door opens all the way up, you do not see a gambling hall. You do not see people playing a game. You see forest. Dark, wooded forest. Sound of crickets. Sound of dead leaves ruffling, crunching beneath the wind, scattering them across the ground.
I think I took the wrong door.
What do you mean, took the wrong door? It's the door we came in through.
Going to look out
There's
the door.
no tavern out here.
Yeah,
I'll
you
push my side and look out.
all can see it's a door that leads directly to outside.
I'm looking around to see like a table or anything, chairs or anything, any like playing space out here.
No, it's
It's just-
woods.
Can I do see here.
I'm going to step out also.
Can I do an intelligence check to see if there's some sort of or arcana to see if it's some sort of incantation?
Sure.
10.
10. As you look around, everything that you are feeling and touching, smelling, it all feels real enough to you. If it is a spell, it's one that's deceiving your senses.
All right.
I step out.
You walk out? All right. As you walk out and you look around, you're able to see this tree line of this dark forest. You can see what looks like. Automatically, some things aren't adding up. It seems to have a cool breeze, but you can hear crickets and bugs. You can also see fireflies moving, glowing in and out within the dark tree line. Their soft green light slowly emanating and disappearing within the darkness. But the leaves are also dead. It's somewhere almost weirdly caught between summer and fall. It takes you a moment to realize it, but you've felt this weirdness before.
Is it like the bazaar?
It does seem to be rather familiar to the Obscura Jumbre.
Okay. Are you guys still in the door? Are you come out yet?
Let's just walk out.
I have not walked out yet.
Yep. This is a forest. Figured it out.
Okay. Well, it's probably some sort of incantation or spell, I'm assuming.
You hear a voice emanate throughout the air. It's very easy to pick it up, and you can hear it loud and clear. It's definitely the broker.
Welcome. And now you all are part of this game. Please venture forward. Do not be fooled. Everything you see here is indeed real.
Okay, I thought we were this is a card game.
Yeah, what's the deal with this? Why are we going to some other reality, wherever the hell we are, to do this?
Your friend will be participating in the card game. You four will be participating in the other part of the game. Dragon's Ante is played much differently here.
I wasn't aware that we were participating in the game. I thought Sky, that was the point of Sky, was for her to do it. What were we doing now?
She now relies on you to make it through the game alive.
Okay, alright.
I suggest you find your way to the fairgrounds as soon as you can.
I knew that's where I was. Alright. So, can we see like lights or anything in the distance if we look around?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm going to walk out too.
I got 15.
It's 18.
You said it's dark, right?
Yeah, it's dark.
I'm gonna use my drow vision,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look for a heat source. Perception. 6.
You don't see anything rather unusual with your your heat vision. You do see a few animals within the tree line, natural creatures of the night, but other than that, you don't see anything out of the ordinary or anything that's indicating a heat source. What'd you get your perceptions?
18.
15.
Two of you look around, and actually, as you come out of the room in the study that all of you have exited, you turn around and you look at what you just exited, and it looks like you just came out of a small wooden hatch from the side of a earth mound. You don't see anything else around the mound. All you can hear is the nocturnal sounds of the night. Look up, the stars beaming down bright above you. You don't see any or hear any sounds of activity or movement in the area, besides for the wind and maybe some animals.
Alright, so he just plops us in the middle of nowhere and tells us just to find it.
What are we finding?
Let's see.
What does the carnival? Or whatever he said?
No, alright. It's like it's got. I don't know if I remember right. Did it have like a lot of lights and like noises and sounds and stuff? Or,
Yeah, the actual
is it
fairgrounds.
like a normal, like a typical carnival? Or-
Yes, it would be considered to be a very spectacular event.
being-
Wisp. Call to Wisp.
As you call Wisp, Wisp does not appear to your side.
So we're looking for bright lights, bright colors, sounds. Any sign of any type of activity of life at this point, I suppose.
I'm going to look around, and you said it's forest, right?
Yeah, you're in forest.
So I'm going to roll my perception check now, because I didn't roll before.
Okay, what are you looking for?
What anything that indicates what she was
Okay.
suggesting. I got 25.
25.
Because I got
All right.
20.
As your companions start looking around for a potential place to go or where you should move, you do find a rather off the beaten path deer trail. It does appear to be used relatively recently, and you do notice that there does appear to be larger tracks than just deer that have moved through it.
Do you think we should follow? This looks kind of new, don't you think? These tracks?
Can I make a roll to see kind of tracks there? If I see any humanoid?
As you make your way
Still
over
warm.
to Lavender and you look down at it, you can't quite tell if it is. It does appear to be humanoid. You couldn't tell what race it was, but it definitely does look as though some humanoid has walked through here.
Maybe
Oh,
we should
it
follow
certainly looks like a star. Good job, Lavender.
This is better than nothing, I suppose.
Well, let's try it.
So lead.
Start heading down.
Okay. As the group begins to make their way, feet crunching on top of dead leaves as they shuffle their way through the forest, the sound of crickets and animals, nightlife, begins to get quiet, quieter, quieter. Who has the highest passive perception?
I think mine is 16.
Mine's 17.
Oh, 15.
Mine's lower than that, so.
Yeah. Mine's 14.
Yeah, mine's 14.
Fulner, you're the first to notice this. It's not just the sound of the animals, it's even the sound of your feet crunching against the leaves. There's not any less leaves. Doesn't seem to be there's any reason for why there shouldn't be any noise. But even that sound is starting to become dampened as the four of you push forward.
Anybody notice anything about? Sounds like everything's getting quieter, like forced quieter.
Well, wherever we are,
That is
it's
where we
probably
are.
another plane. I just tried calling Wisp
Oh.
and he didn't come.
It's definitely another plane. We've been here before. This is a good time. Unless we die, then it won't be a good time. But up until that point, it's a good time.
What?
All
Where are
right.
we?
The Obscura Jamboree, I believe it's called.
Obscura Jamboree.
You've heard a bit of it before. It's quite renowned throughout the northern portion of Abendal. It's considered to be a traveling sideshow, a circus, if you would. Although it's very rare to get an invitation, as it's an invite-only performance in circus.
Should we be worried about people trying to attack us here? We seem to have really bad luck when it comes to that.
Well, you said if you don't die in the end, there's a possibility of dying in the end.
If we lose the game, yeah,
Let's see.
something's gonna happen to us.
So you said you've been here before.
I've been here.
What can we expect exactly? Maybe anything?
Well, I feel like it's off season right now. I don't think they have any event going on, so I'm not sure what to expect right now, but it's basically just a carnival.
All right. That sounds harmless.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna.
It was like once a year, right? It was a once a year thing where they do the.
No one is actually quite sure on how many shows are actually being done per year. It is debated on whether or not there's a certain amount, or if it is potentially linked to some sort of nefarious cult.
Great.
I'm just gonna keep pushing forward.
Okay. As the group continues to push forward, there is a rather strange and peculiar sight. As you're walking, the trail seems to almost just stop. Just disappear. As though this beaten down grass and foliage has just been stomped and crushed to the ground, into even exposing dirt, and then just nothing. Right into full shrubs, tall grass, trees, and what's also strange is you can't see what's beyond the trees, even those of you with dark vision. There's just doesn't look like there's anything but darkness beyond it.
Do I remember when I got there how I entered? If I had to go through some.
Yeah, when you received your card and you came to the Obscura Jamboree, you remember being literally arriving outside the gates of the establishment. You do remember that it did seem to be surrounded by forests, but you did not remember having to traverse or move through any forests.
Where do we go?
So you said the trail just stops. And what's in front of us is just tree line and we can't see past it?
Yeah, you can see tree line, but it's almost like there's just like a dark wall behind it.
I'm gonna try sticking my hand through.
As you go to stick your hand through, your hand hits a solid wall.
Ah, there it is. Alright. I'm gonna start feeling around. Because it's just like, I start feeling around for a little bit. Does it feel like it's just flat wall everywhere?
It's actually cold. It's almost like you're putting your hand on a solid cloud. You can see black darkness actually wisping through your fingers as your hand touches it.
Oh, this is fun.
Does it look? Can I put my hand against it and see if I can push through?
As you go to push it, it feels as solid as stone. Your hand is relatively firm as it presses against it.
This is what we're looking for? But this...
Well, I can only assume it's behind this. Don't know how to get past it. There must be an entryway around here somewhere. It might just be on the opposite side. Or just a little bit away from the entry. We can try walking around.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see if there's a way to find a hidden entrance?
Sure, you can try.
26, natural 20.
Okay. As you're looking on it, you actually put your hand up against it and you start moving along the tree line and just trying to go, and you actually start pushing your way into the actual brush of it and stumbling over yourself and snagging your clothes as you're moving along through it. It's actually quite difficult to do this, but you go for probably about a good 35-40 feet and you don't feel any handles, any push throughs. It just feels the same the entire way through, almost like a giant invisible barrier. But you don't see anything that would indicate where you're supposed to go.
Could I just put my hand against it and start walking with it so that, like, following the wall until I can
That's what
feel
he's doing. You want to do the same thing?
So you have to, like, go through a bunch of brush and stuff like that?
Yeah, basically you'd be walking over brush and stuff as you're moving through it.
I don't want to do that. Never mind. I have a nice coat.
There's no more tracks. They just stop right there.
It just stops right there.
Nothing indicating it going left or right.
No. In fact, as you look at it, it doesn't even make sense. Have you ever seen a puzzle piece that's been forced onto another piece that it doesn't belong to? Normally, even you, with your eye for nature, you look at the soil, you look at the grass, you look at how the blades are growing, and as the grass is growing and slooping over, as soon as it gets to that point where it cuts off, it's actually the grass is just starts growing in a completely different direction. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's like those two pieces of earth shouldn't even be touching.
I'm gonna go back to the point where it stopped.
Okay.
And I'm going to knock right in front of it. See if,
You want to knock on it?
yeah.
So knock on the...
So wherever the path stops,
Okay.
that is where I'm knocking.
Okay. You move up, and as you knock on it, it actually sounds like someone knocking inside of a large ship. A large metal ship. You hear the sound of echoing ringing out as he does it. Just chambering throughout the area.
Okay. So, I hope you're still listening out there. Where's the game at?
Show your response.
Is there any kind of roll I can do to see if I recognize what kind of magic or barrier this is at all?
You could give me a straight intelligence check or a knowledge arcana.
19.
With your general concept, you kind of agree with Kaz. You most likely are on another plane. That's about the extent of your magical knowledge would be on this subject. It's definitely far too advanced as far as magic goes in your training.
Okay. So, I don't quite understand how this relates to Dragon's Ante at all.
Oh, I'm assuming we're supposed to go to the Jamboree to play. There must be some sort of setup there. I'm assuming. I don't know. I didn't realize that we were part of this. That's not what I thought we were doing. I thought we signed up for something completely different here.
Do we need an invite or anything like that?
Well, if we do, then we're not getting in because we didn't get an invite. I'm gonna check my clothes, my pockets.
As you check your clothes and your pockets, you pull out a card. It's the same type of card that you had when you first came to the Obscura Jamboree.
Alright, that's the invite. Why would we do that?
What does
Do
it
you,
say?
push it against it?
It's just that card with the eye on it.
Do you push it? I don't-
You notice that as you look at it, you go boop and touch it against the wall, look back at it, you notice it does something that you remember. The card begins to move, and you notice that the eye opens up onto the card and stares at you, and as it does, you notice it. You watch as Jezebel in a flash disappears.
Start feeling on my person.
Same.
Do the,
You all pull out cards.
do the
You
thing.
gonna say boop?
Boop.
Boop.
I'm just gonna touch it against the wall.
Cares you, you're the one not
As you watch them pull out their cards and touch it against the wall, it doesn't take long before you watch them disappear. And as you pull your card out, you don't even touch it against the wall. It just opens up immediately and looks at you. And
Oh, welcome to the party.
as you all feel yourselves being pulled and stretched as reality begins to tear you from one dimension to another, you arrive under the night sky. Beautiful speckled twilight above your head over this roaming grassy fields, this cool wind breezing over your skin as you stare forward into the very well lit with massive tents. There also appears to be a lack of anything else other than potential workers here at the Obscura Jamboree. This is very much different than when you arrived. When you arrived, it almost seemed as though they were ready for an event. This seems like you're arriving sort of off cue.
Alright, I wanna look around.
Are we in the right place?
If we're not, he put us in the wrong place for whatever reason. It's gotta be around here somewhere. I suggest we start looking.
You said the workers?
Yeah, well, from where Jezebel was standing, she does see people inside of the fairgrounds that are appear to be workers or performers. In fact, one of them you recognize almost instantly because they're actually sitting outside of the fairgrounds. You recognize as a particularly rather interesting individual that doesn't have arms.
Alright. I just remember it as the person that doesn't have arms. Nothing else.
You remember that the individual that sold your tickets was a rather unique individual known as Armless Marvin.
Alright, I'll approach Marvin then. Hey, excuse me. Marvin,
You
is
notice as his feet are coming up to his face, smoking a cigarette.
So, we're supposed to be playing a game of Dragon's Ante for the broker for some, contest. So, do you know where that might be for us?
You notice as his foot keeps coming back as he takes multiple puffs.
Wait. I'm sorry. Why are you here?
The broker sent us here to play Dragon's Ante.
I haven't been told this at all.
Do you know what I'm talking about at all? Is all this just nonsense to you?
Nope, didn't even know we were having a show tonight. All right. As he hops up off his crate and stands under the ground.
Well, I guess you follow me then. I'm gonna go get Jackaloth and, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna motion. I'm gonna...
Go down.
I'm going to follow.
As you all follow Armless Marvin into the area, you notice that he looks towards you all and goes,
Why don't you have a seat and, I'll get back with you as soon as I find Jackaloth.
Does that name sound familiar to me?
Jackaloth, you know, was the individual that was the showman, the ringleader, essentially, of the Obscura Chambulary.
So now we wait. So who else is nervous? Who here has played Dragon's Ante?
I don't even know what that is.
Alright, great.
I haven't.
What happened to that person's arms?
I played Dragon's Ante, but okay. So where's the game at? I don't.
He said he'll be back. I don't know. I know just about as much as you do, so. He has to go get the ringleader.
What happened to their arms?
No idea.
You notice that you all sit here for probably about a good, say 20 minutes. And as about 20 minutes passes, you hear a rather familiar voice, Jezebel.
Welcome, welcome. It's been such a long time, hasn't it there, Jezebel?
It has.
Well, we can always rekindle our experience here. Let me all introduce myself. I am Jackaloth. I am the ringleader or showman.
You get a good look at him. You notice that he wears a rather boisterous, very colorful jester's outfit. It's a very duality. He has one side is one solid monochromatic color, the other one is another solid monochromatic number. However, though, his face has a rather strange, almost oblong deformity to it. His face almost has a crescent moon shape. His chin kind of points out and sort of juts up. It's definitely not natural or human looking. Almost like Lazy Town people.
Oh, God.
It looks offsetting. You also notice that his head, he appears to have multiple what look like horns twisting and spiraling out in different directions. There's little bells and jingles that hang off of each horn. As you get a better, closer look, the horns are more attribute to what look like twisting roots than they are actual horn.
Can I roll an intelligence roll on him to see what he is?
Sure.
Okay. That's gonna be a 19.
You do not have the faintest fucking clue on what this is. You know it's not human, but you're not sure what it is.
Okay. What does his eyes look like?
His eyes look solid black.
Ew.
Okay.
No white sclera, just solid black.
What?
So, Jackie boy, what can you tell me about the game tonight?
Well, I just went and talked with the boss, and yes, he didn't tell me that we're having a rather unique game tonight. And we will do our best to accommodate for it. It seems you're having a little bit of a competition against another little ragtag group that already arrived.
They beat us here.
So what's going on tonight? I thought we were playing cards.
Your friend is playing cards. And the better you perform here, the better her luck will be out there.
Perform, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's a matter of fate.
I hate that.
Needless to say, you have to acquire tickets. We have plenty of games to play here. Each game could possibly reward you with a ticket. The more tickets you win, the more your friend has their chances of winning.
Okay, so where are these games at?
Are we
The-
allowed to play the games more than once?
You can play a game only once, and only one person.
So we can't take turns.
To give you a little bit more, because I do personally like you.
Lots of people do.
Mr. 52 has a really extraordinary gift. He is able to pluck at the strands of fate. Able to weave himself a projected future. But in order to do this, he needs components. These tickets are the components. When your games outperform the opposing team, and you will find yourselves the winner.
How many tickets we need?
Oh, I don't know. It just depends on how many tickets your opponents get.
How many of them are there here?
There's 4. The broker wanted to make it even.
Will we be bumping into them at all?
It has been strictly forbidden that they are not allowed to attack you. And I've also made sure that they won't even be seeing you. I wouldn't want anyone to try stealing the other tickets.
Amazing. An honest game, love that. So, when do we start it? Right now?
Oh yes, the game will start. And you have 1 hour.
Looking around so we can see where the games are around us.
As you look all around, you remember that when you came here last time, when you went to seek out the information that you wanted, you didn't have time to play games. You didn't care about these games. You went and got the knowledge you needed, and you were out of here. Whether or not the people that you were with last time played any games, well, that's unfortunately unbeknownst to your knowledge.
Do I see any of them around? So they're around us?
Yeah, you recognize that many of the places that do have actual events or games have people with them.
Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. We each take a side, make sure we don't play each other's games. Stay to your side, right?
Well, I was actually going to suggest maybe we should go to the games together. If
It'll take too much time, but don't we have to beat them to the
True, but if we come to a game that one of us are more efficient at winning, then it better our chances.
I feel like it's gonna be time cruncher right there. I don't think we should do that. They already have. Did he say they already started?
You know, so that he said they got here before you, but they will have the same amount of time. Each one of you, each team will have 1 hour.
So it's until the hour is up, and then by the end of the hour, that's still too much. That's still gonna take too much time.
It's. I guarantee you, that's what those pirates are going to do. They're going to go split up, play the games, and they're going to lose at them because they are ill-suited to win those games.
I will give you this. I'll let you all strategize, and then, once you have made up your mind, let me know and I will start the game.
You're a beautiful person. Also, you don't know what the games are, so you don't know if they're going to be bad at them or not. We don't even know what the games are.
The games here at the Obscura Jamboree are of the utmost entertainment, and of course, always have dire consequences for losers.
Right, so move around. Can I see any of the games, like what they are?
Yeah, you can see what looks like, just from where you're standing right now, you can notice that there appears to be a rather large, dark-haired man wearing an open collared shirt, wielding a massive hammer by what looks like a giant podium. Actually, a giant tower. Seems to be a large circular metal device at the top of it, and a rather large square pad at the bottom of it. You can also see there appears to be two individuals, or a individual making a way across a tightrope, moving back and forth. You can also see there, or hear the sound of flame being bursting into the sky as a fire breather makes their way over in the courtyard next to rather abundant amount of torches.
Alright, so here's what I'm saying. We split up because we can only each do a game one time. We can't share games anyway, so if one of us can't do it, if we lose the game's over anyway.
Yes, but I'm saying we go to the game with each other.
Why?
Because if we... Okay, let's say Fallner has to do a game where he can't steal something. He has to resist the urge to steal something. Well, he's obviously going to steal something because he's, well, Fallner.
I'm not sure what you're implying.
You like to steal shiny baubles, is what I'm trying to get at.
Doesn't sound like me at all.
And if Lavende comes across a challenge where he has to read a, demonic text, he can't do that.
Well,
He'll
then the
lose.
thing is, when we split up, we get that knowledge faster, so we can go to each other and say, hey, you'd be good at that game, rather than all together going one by one by one. It's going to be a waste of time.
I like that I like that idea. We just shout out that this game would probably be best suited for whichever.
Alright.
Let's do it that way.
Is there enough games here to last a whole hour?
From where you're standing right now and you look around, it does look like the fairgrounds has an abundance of different types of games.
Alright, I'm in. I think that's a good idea.
I'm just worried that I don't know if I can do any of them. That's what I'm afraid of.
Lavende, I would suggest you find one as some sort of accuracy of archery.
Do they have that?
They might. Okay, well, if that's the plan, then...
Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my bag of ball bearings. Take a bunch.
What are
Just
these
put 'em in
for?
pockets. So if you try a game, win, lose, whatever, you use the game, put a ball there. So if we approach it, we can see that you already used it. That way there's no mishaps. Right?
So we leave one if we played it at all.
At all. Doesn't matter if you win or lose.
Right.
Just
All
put
right.
it there.
Okay. I can do that.
Alright.
I think we're splitting up then?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to go, like, the south direction.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm assuming at this point you guys are also going
Yeah.
to split up. Okay. We'll go ahead and we'll do 1 through 4. So go ahead and everyone just give me a 1 through 4.
3, 2.
1.
Okay. Who had 3? Let's start with you, Fulner. Fulner. As you split, first one you come up to is actually the individual that you all were greeted by when you came in. Notice as you see him, he seems to be standing there, goes, step right up, come and see and face the marvelous armless Marvin.
Alright. That sounds pretty easy, to be honest. How you doing, Marvin?
I'm doing quite swell. How about you?
Oh, I could be better, but...
You notice his toothy grin, his sharp, goblin-like fangs almost curl up and expose his yellow and unwashed teeth. You notice he's got quite large, pointed ears and tufts of white hair on the back of his head. Would you like to play my game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It is worth 5 tickets!
What is the game?
Ooh, technically you broke a rule, but
What's the rule?
well, there is a rule here at the Obscure Jamboree that if you agree to play a game, you have to play it. But I'll give you this one for free.
I see. Alright.
Since you've never been here before, you notice that you somehow notice that you don't even see him do it. It's just so natural for him. He stands on one leg. You notice that his other leg comes up and puts it up to his forehead, almost as though he's blocking the light, looking forward. If you look right over there and see that target, that spinning wheel, that is our accuracy board. And I, you notice he whips up a dagger, am a master dagger thrower. So, this game will be dagger throwing challenges. Of course, another one of your patrons will have to participate as well.
Really? Alright. Oi! Lavender. Come over here.
Am I close enough?
You're not close enough to hear him.
Okay.
Lavender!
Jesus, how far away do we walk?
Well, you guys
We
all
can see all the games.
you guys all split. No, you can't see all the games. You see a fair amount of games just from where you were at. But if you guys want to split up and move throughout the fairgrounds, you are going to get far enough away where you can't hear each other.
Alright, so I can't play then. I no any other companions are around.
Oh, if you accept it to play, one of your companions will show up.
Automatically. Can I choose?
Yes. Do you accept to play?
I do. And I won't.
You notice that as soon as you accept to play, his toe snaps, and you notice that you put yourself front and stage. You notice you find a wooden desk ahead of you with 4 daggers signed up in front of you, and you notice that he moves his way up towards you and goes, "All right, which compadre would you like to play with?"
Oh. Well, I was thinking Lavender.
All right. You notice his toe snaps, and Lavende, as you're walking through, and you just feel yourself, bamf, and you find yourself on this wheel, now spinning. And we have our guest contendant up here.
What are you? What?
Lavende, you look perfect.
You're so fucked.
Oh.
What did you do?
Well, I thought
I didn't
was.
even get the chance to play a game
Go
yet.
off on our own.
I
Hey, motherfucker, would have mattered anyway.
I thought.
Would have not have mattered.
My bad, Lavender. I thought I
What
was.
do you mean you're bad?
He's spinning.
What do you mean? Get me down.
I'm going to by throwing these daggers at you.
What? What does that even mean?
Well, I assume I don't want to hit him, right?
I would assume so, yeah.
That is correct. The
Yes, you
game
don't
is
want to
to
hit me.
not hit your companion, and of course, I will go up first, and you'll have to beat me. You see, as he, within a flash, throws his 4 daggers, you notice as it goes, thunk, 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 thunk.
Well, that was actually very impressive. That you,
Thank you, thank you. They call me the best dagger thrower this side of that window. Nothing.
I swear if you
Now-
hit me.
Of course, all you have to do is make all of your hits, and you will win the game. Miss, and clearly, Lavender will need some medical attention.
Right. Okay. Lavender. Just wanna kind of
Just throw the daggers if you have to do that.
Apologize
Just get it over with.
beforehand, just in case.
Don't apologize. You made your decisions for me.
I'm just all right.
So, there is only exactly let's see, you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 targets left.
7 targets.
Yep. You have
Oh, okay. So I want to get. All right.
so you have 7 targets left. There's the outside of each leg, the outside of each arm, the left side of the throat, and the side of each rib.
The side of each rib.
Yep.
Okay. Do I need to pick which one to throw first?
You notice that as Marvin makes his way up. All right, champ, you're up. Time for you to choose your target.
All right. I'm gonna aim for right by the neck first.
Oh, go for the neck. That one will be worth double points if you hit it. All right. As you go to throw it, that dagger releases from your hands. Okay. I need you to beat a 17.
Do I add anything to it?
It's your dexterity. It's a dexterity roll.
Just exit. All right.
Yep, it's a dexterity save.
How much?
You gotta beat 17.
16. Wait, no. 17. Roll 11, got F6.
Okay. Lavender, as you are spinning along this wheel, and you hear him say he's going to throw it towards the throat, you watch as Falner picks up the dagger
I'm going to die.
and holds the blade, and he throws it, and you see
dead.
the blade coming directly for your face. And as that dagger is about to puncture your eye, thankfully the rotation was moving clockwise. And it goes right to the left of your neck. And you can feel the metal against your blade. You even wait a few seconds just to make sure you don't feel liquid starting to drip down.
I did not think I was going to get that.
Well, I'll be fucking... Well, good job there. Double points for you if you manage to win the game.
Thank you.
Now you just gotta hit your other 3 targets.
Right. I'm going to go...
You got the harder one out of the way, though.
I'm going to go... What's the next hardest one?
Ooh, next hardest one. Well, I'd probably have to say, well, I took the inside leg. That's probably the hardest one. Yeah, that's the arteries and, of course, you know, your happy sack. But I would probably say,
You're making this worse for me, Falner, by waiting.
probably say the, you know, probably outside the, inside of the ribs. You know, I'd probably say the inside of the ribs.
Let's try that one next.
You got, all right.
Lavender, hold your breath for a minute.
I would rather you just throw them, please.
All right, you got to beat a 15.
12.
So as he's spinning, you know, Lavender, you see him throw it. You have a little bit of confidence after that, that first one. But as soon as you hear the blade, it's almost as though someone who plays basketball quite often. And then you make that shot, and when you throw the ball and it leaves your hand, you just instantly know that's not going in.
Yeah.
And you feel a dagger.
So as it's going and I know, I'm just like...
And you just feel a dagger right into your rib.
I'm so mad at you, Falner. I hate you so much.
Why'd you move?
I can't move.
I told you to hold your breath.
Go ahead and take 10 points of damage. And
no, there's a
as
fucking
the
dagger
dagger
as well.
sticks into your rib, and you feel that pain, armless Marvin looks towards you. Oh, no. Bad luck. You only got 2 more throws left. And if you don't beat me on my points, then
How many points you got?
with my legs and my throat, and both of those arm shots. Ooh. You would have to hit every other target. You'd have to hit all the targets now. If you miss another one, you lose.
Alright. I'll do outside leg this time. Try not to get in the way of this dagger.
Try to throw
Well,
it back.
you'd have to hit an outside leg and a rib. That's the only way you'll be able to win.
An outside leg and a rib.
Yep.
Alright, we'll do the other rib.
All right. Here we go. For the game, whether he wins or lose.
Can I inspire myself?
I believe you.
Actually, I don't think I unlocked that yet.
Yes, I don't think you can do that.
That is 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, get right on this one.
You see that third dagger come and right to the side of your rib again, just like before. It is touching metal. At this point, you don't think this is skill. This is just blind luck. Any of these daggers could kill you at any moment.
Thank you for not moving this time.
Shut up, Farmer.
Alright. So,
Hurry, but that up next.
All right, looks like you're on your last one here. If you get that outside leg, you will beat me by 1 point.
Throw it before I
throw for
bleed
the
out.
outside leg
Throw it
this time.
before I bleed out. For the love of God.
All right, you throw that last one. You're gonna have to beat a 12.
You got this. You don't got this.
Can I get advantage somehow?
Does your halfling feet not count for those checks?
Yeah, but it's not a 1.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be a 1.
Because it's a 2.
It was a 9.
Okay. As you're spinning, you notice Falner grabs that last blade, grabs it, and you watch him as he just baseball chucks it across the throwing area, and you actually see it start to spin and oscillate
I did throw
and
it.
go frisbee until it finally right into the side of your thigh and sticks into your leg.
But damn it! Lavender!
Oh, tough luck there, champ. Sorry about it. Looks like you lost that round. Lavende, go ahead and take another 9 points of damage.
Can I heal him while he's still here?
Oh, he's got daggers in him right now. Just hold on.
Are you gonna try to heal him?
Is it alright if I remove the daggers from him?
Oh yes. Go ahead. Take your time.
I go up. Is he still spinning while I'm doing it?
As soon as the game is over, you notice that he snaps his toe again, and Lavende arrives just outside the playing area where you're standing. You notice he has a dagger in his leg and a dagger sticking out of his rib.
Oh man.
They're big daggers too.
That
They're
does
vicious.
not look comfortable, Lavender. You really fucked it up this time. Alright, let me help you with this. I'm gonna pull out the one in his leg first. Nope. Hold on. Put some pressure on it. I'm gonna heal you. After we pull out the one in your rib. Ready?
I'm going to.
Hold your breath. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, then pull it out. Yeah, okay. Then I do
I'm going to cast Balm of the Summer Court on myself on the wounds
Okay.
before he can do that.
What was that?
As you start to do that, you notice that Armless Marvin looks towards you and goes like, sorry about it, good try, almost had it. If you just would have nailed that last one, you would have won the game.
Right.
No tickets, unfortunately, you got 8 games left.
Right, 8 games left.
Yeah, there's only 8 games. Well, there's more games, but Mr. 52 isn't here, and of course, Jackaloth's game is, well, reserved for
Oh, I see. So each of us will be playing 2 games.
special players.
Oh. Okay. Well, I take out one of the ball bearings. I put it on the bench or the counter. If you could keep that hit there, just keep it there.
The ball bearing.
Right.
If your friends come up to play, you can just tell them the game's done.
That'd be really nice of you.
I mean, it's not. I'm like, we're not trying to like. Do you think we're evil or something? We're not trying to like actively
I don't
make
really
you
know.
lose.
You just have to throw daggers at his front nose.
I don't think you're evil. This is my first time here, so I'm just. How are you doing, mate? Are you feeling better?
Actually, judging from the way he looks like he would have aced this competition, probably no problem.
Right. I was expecting we would be playing together.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll tell you what, I'll give you a free one, as he whips up one of his daggers and throws it over towards you.
No.
Go ahead, pick any target on the board.
Okay.
On the board.
I'm just going to.
Okay?
Is this, you said it's just Dex, right?
And not me.
It's a good turn.
I got the 12.
You notice he throws it and he sticks he actually sticks the spot that you needed to hit.
I mean, I got one too.
No, you got 3.
I sure did.
I'm going to push him. Just stare at him long, and then just push him.
I'll tell you what, go and give me an athletics. Both of you guys give me an athletics.
I'll have you know I am amazing with athletics.
Yeah. I got the 6.
I got a 6.
Amazing.
Beautiful. So this is what happens. As you go to shove him, you actually hurt your wrist, bouncing off his chest, and Falner falls over onto the ground.
Alright. Maybe I'm just like that. Maybe I deserve that.
You do deserve it, and then I'm going to walk off to try to find my own game to play.
Okay. Gotta go ahead. We're gonna keep the same numbers.
I got
You guys remember your numbers?
2.
Who was 1? Alright. Jezebel.
There's a boo.
You find yourself walking along until
There's a boo.
you see a rather curious stand. It seems to be set up. It's actually a tent that you have to walk through. Do you want to walk through?
I'll look through.
You want to look through? As you poke your head
I'm
through.
not poking my head through. I'm just gonna open
Oh,
it.
you want to open and look inside. Okay.
For some reason,
As
that
you
made my
pull it apart and you
intelligence
look
system-
inside into the tent, you actually see it is much larger on the inside than it is on the outside. This white and red pinstriped tent appears to have a rather large circular like sand trap on the inside of it. You can see a large tower from one end to another, and there appears to be different strands that run from one tower to another. You actually see what looks like an individual scurry across one of the ropes, and you actually see a new strand drop down as the entity that crossed the actual tightrope and lands down. Her legs split out. You notice that she has 8 legs. And as her feet touch the ground, you look at her body, and it does appear that she looks to be like some sort of human, but she was born with extra legs. You notice that she has 2 more legs that come out from her lower abdomen onto the ground, and she also has 2 legs that come out from her sides of her pelvic region onto the ground, and she has 2 more legs that come out from the back of her, where her tailbone is, out onto the ground as well. Greetings, welcome. Were you interested in playing a game?
What's the game?
The game is a challenge of tightrope walking. I am Spidara. I am the tightrope walker. If you manage to beat me at tightrope walking, then you will earn yourself tickets.
I'm gonna look at all of her legs. I'm supposed to be a type of walking. Oh my god.
That is the game.
I can't say I like my odds there. It's like 1 to what, 10?
I have been beaten before. It is not
By-
impossible.
Beaten by...
Those with very outstanding levels of nimbleness.
Would this be like an acrobatics thing?
You would assume that this is going to probably take a high level of body control, acrobatical skill, and moreover, just this will be a feat of physical prowess.
So, like, what's the game? I beat you across the rope, or...
Those 2 ropes, we will begin our cross, and it will be the best 2 out of 3.
Fuck it. Sure.
Notice as she moves in, she goes, very well. And as she moves the tent and pulls it apart aside, you feel yourself bamf right on top of the tightrope tower. You look across and you see this. Now that you're closer, you realize that strand is not as thick as it looked down at the ground. It is actually very fine.
It looks thicker farther away.
It's not as thick as what it looked like. Light was hitting it just right to where it was giving it a good outline. Notice that she across from you bows. Are you ready to begin?
How far down is it?
You look down and it's probably about a good 60-foot drop. So if you do fall, it will be probably about 60 points of damage.
Oh, I guess we're gonna die sometime. Whatever, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You notice that she puts her first foot onto the tightrope. As soon as you put your first foot on, we will begin.
Okay.
Just be nimble, just be quick.
Okay. I'll go and put a foot on.
As soon as you put a foot on, you will watch her just split out and start almost, looks like she starts dashing across the tightrope. And you proceed. Give me a acrobatics check.
27.
Okay.
The hell?
She got a 4.
You bitch.
How?
Fuck you and all your 8 million legs.
As she begins to skitter across, it was higher than 4, but she rolled a 4. As she began to skitter across, you make your way out, and you actually almost bounce off of the rope and make a rather large dash towards the center. As you make your way to the center part, you do it again, you bounce again, and something strange though, as you're doing it, you realize that your shoes are sticking, and you're not quite sure what's happening. It almost feels like you have too much grip, which doesn't make any sense. This is such fine thread. As you make your way over towards the final end of the tower, you beat Spidara by just a few seconds. As your feet touch, though, the other side of the tower, you hear Spidara make her way to her end, and she congratulates you. Congratulations! You have won the first round. One more win, and you will beat me. You feel your feet touch the wood. You realize that your souls are gone. You look at the bottom of your shoes and you realize that they are shredded to bits. You look back towards
this razor wire?
You look back and realize that the tightrope is razor wire.
Oh, you bitch. Alright. And my shoes are gone?
Your shoes are shredded.
Okay. Alright.
This will put you at now disadvantage on your next acrobatics check.
Better get used to that couch tonight, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
He does.
You know what? Okay. Razor wire. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you ready to start your second
no,
round?
I'm not. Hold on. Okay. I'd probably be cheating. Alright. Let's go. I'm not gonna cheat. I really want to.
Do you place your foot on there?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Acrobatics check.
18.
Okay. It's a good roll. Unfortunately, she got a lot better. As you both sprint off, this time that burst of speed you had, that protection that you had from your souls isn't there. And the first moment the weight presses down onto your foot, you feel that razor wire split into your flesh and blood beginning to drip down onto the sands. You actually feel your foot recoil from the intense pain, and as that happens, you lose your stance onto the wire, and you fall. As you go to fall, your hand grabs onto the wire, and you feel the blood beginning to seep out from your palm. Could you please give me an athletics check or an acrobatics check, whichever is higher?
Oh, fuck you, check. Natural one. So I get that damage and I get to fall. Amazing.
So what is the what's your modifier with even with a natural one?
Which modifier?
Either acrobatics or athletics.
So 11 with the nat one.
Okay, so you still beat a 5. As this happens, you manage to bring your other arm up and you grip it and pull yourself back up onto the wire. And as you slowly place your feet onto the wire, you begin to again make your descent or your traverse across the wire. By the time you get to the other end, your hands bloodied, your feet bloodied. You realize that Spidara had beat you on the second round. You're going to go ahead and take 4 and 5. Cease.
Leather won't help.
12.
It's razor wire.
12, so it's going to give you disadvantage.
17 points of damage. You look back towards Spidara, and it looks like we're down to the final round.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I need to do something to take the edge off. I'm going to pop out my flask. And I want to put on my amulet of the drunkard.
Okay.
Take a drink.
All right. As you put on the amulet of the drunkard and you take a drink, you feel that booze beginning to turn into a rather potent health potion. Go ahead and roll to heal yourself.
What die is that?
I believe it will go under just a.
Is it?
I think it'll go under a common health potion.
Okay.
So that is going to be. Let's see here. We'll make that. Because it's an amulet, we'll go ahead and give it a little extra. We'll go ahead and do 5 d4s plus 3.
5 d4s plus 3. Alright, so 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15? Okay. You feel some of those wounds beginning to close up around your hand and around your feet.
That's better. I'm gonna tuck it back into my boot. Yeah.
Okay. You ready for the last round?
Ready as ever will be.
And roll.
29.
Okay. So this is what happens. You dash across your wire as Spidara dashes across hers as well. Her 8 legs gripping around the bottom of the string and the top at the same time. You watch her feet actually curl around and grabbing it, almost like an extremely well-trained ballerina You, using your straight guile and speed, manage to burst your way across, even though completely barefoot over the wire. Your foot glides across and actually, even still receiving some of the cuts and slices across your heel, across the bottom of your foot. It's neck and neck. You watch as Spydara take the lead as she gets inches ahead of you. You, with one last push, decide to bounce, and you propel yourself forward, and with your arm outstretched, your hand and body come crashing down onto the tower just a moment before Spydara touches the other side.
Start kissing the ground.
As soon as you land, you find yourself back down onto the ground, laying onto the soil below. You notice that Spydara walks over. Congratulations, you have beat me.
I'm just gonna be roll over and just lay there.
It is one of the most difficult challenges here in the games, so that will be worth 20 tickets. Congratulations.
I was about to go on a spiel about why you use razor wire, but yeah, I'm fine with it now. 20 tickets?
20 tickets.
Beautiful. Just don't remind me, I'm just gonna be crying over my feet for a minute.
All right. We're going to go ahead and roll that D4 again. You were 4, right?
Yep.
It's 4. Kaz. As you are walking along, looking for a game to play, you come up to a rather strange looking individual. You notice that he seems to be standing by a house that's cut in half. If you were to imagine the blueprint of a house, like a dollhouse, where you see the floors and you see all the items, you realize that it is like a giant dollhouse, and this individual sitting outside of it appears to be completely shirtless, wearing a pair of rather common brown trousers, completely shaved head, almost no eyebrows. Almost kind of looks like Chameleon from Spider-Man. As you approach, you notice that he hops up. Good day!
Hi.
Hi, would you like to play a game?
What is the game?
This is a classic game of finders, keepers. And you gotta find me. That is the game.
So I have to find you.
Yes, that is the game. You notice as he is looking towards you, he morphs down and you watch his body turn into what looks like a gaslit lantern. And then you watch him morph back up to his normal self, and then he morphs down into what looks like a barrel of apples, and morphs back up to himself, morph down into a turtle, morph back up to himself. They call me Mimic.
Okay. So what are the rules to your game?
The rules will be you will have 3 attempts to guess where I'm at within the dollhouse. I will give you 30 seconds to memorize everything you possibly can within the dollhouse. And then after that 30 seconds, you will have 3 options, or 3 opportunities, to pick the item in the house that does not belong, which of course would be me.
Okay. So that's it. There's no other rules besides that?
Nope, that's the only rules.
What can I not do?
Well, you can't cross this line. You can't walk into the dollhouse. And you can't give yourself more guesses.
Okay.
You can use magic, of course, but I would suggest not wasting your time.
So it's a game of memory.
Yes, it is a memory game.
Okay. Fine.
And of course, if you lose it, well, we have to take a memory for that loss.
I'm in.
Good thing I didn't do this one.
All right. Let us begin. 30 seconds. And he turns and you watch him cast a somatic gesture towards the dollhouse, and every room and every item in the dollhouse begins to morph and change and move and slide around, and almost like a massive Tetris board.
Okay.
Get a good look. Now you can go ahead and give me 3 intelligence saves, and remember each one of those numbers.
Okay. So, 6. Alright, so 3 intelligence saves.
3 intelligence. And remember each one of those numbers.
I'm gonna write them down.
Okay. I'll write them down too.
So, 24.
24 for the first one.
That's gonna be 21. $18.
Really solid. Okay.
Let's try it.
All right. After the 30 seconds, you hear him go. "Arr!" And that means it's time to begin the game. Would you please turn around? And when you see the glowing light, please turn around and you will have 15 seconds.
Okay, so now turn around and
All right. You turn around, and as you do, you hear him disappear. You see that green light appear ahead of you, and you turn around and you look at the dollhouse. Now, I'm going to do is I'm going to roll for his deception with advantage.
okay.
I will not tell you the roll, and you will get to choose either 24, 21, or 18 to beat it.
Okay.
Once you use it, you cannot use that again.
Okay.
All the gambling.
Okay?
I'll use 18.
You'll use 18. And as you sit there and you turn around and you look, moments go by. Then you feel about 10 seconds go by and you start realizing like you can't fucking find where he's at, and you see the red light flash up, and you watch as his body morphs from this small tiny portrait off of one of the walls inside of the dollhouse out. And that is 15 seconds. Unfortunately, you did not find where I was. You will have 2 more options. Lose 1 more, and you lose the game with no chance of tickets. Win both of them, and you will still win the game with less tickets. Are you ready to concede or proceed?
Let's proceed.
All right. And turn around.
Turn around.
You wait that 15 seconds, and you see the green light pop up.
21.
As you turn around and you look around the room, you glance eyeballs quickly back and forth, looking. Moments go by, then you feel that 10-second mark, and then you start to realize, oh shit, you can't fucking find him again, and then you spot a candle on a table that you know for a fact was not there.
Alright, I'll point to it.
You just point, or do you say it?
With a candle.
Okay. So as soon as you go candle, you watch as the light goes green and he pops out. Drat, you got me. Congratulations, thank you. Are you ready for the final round?
Yes.
And here we go. And you only have 1 more option left to choose. It's the 24. ties go to my player. As you turn around and you look for that last one, you actually are able to get it as just the last second is about ready to pull. You realize that there is a pillow on one of the beds that was added. You have not seen this entire time. As soon as you yell out pillow, you see the light turn green and he comes out. Congratulations, you have defeated me in this memory game. Of course, you will keep your memory and you've earned the 5 tickets. Congratulations.
Splendid. Great. Thank you.
Grab the tickets.
As you grab your tickets, all of you notice this. It's like you were viewing a image from within side of a fishbowl. You look up at that night sky and you watch as the stars and the black disappear, and you start to see a vivid image of inside the gambling den. You hear the sound of people playing, you hear the sound of dice clacking, cheers, and then you hear the announcement start. You hear as, ladies and gentlemen, could we all please gather around here into the main hall? Well, a splendid main event will be starting at, well, roughly 15 minutes, and it will be 3 Dragons ante. You will not want to miss this. You hear almost the amount of gameplay stop as people then start finishing up their matches and then making their way into the main gambling hall arena. You watch as that image fades, the black sky and stars return. Now, since you guys have all played a game now, besides for Lavender, we are going to go ahead and just have Lavender. It's weird that it actually worked out like that. Ooh. Lavender. Ooh. You, making your way back, walking over, feeling where your ribs and your leg are now that the wounds have sort of healed up. It's almost magical healing always makes your skin feel weird afterwards. It's like when you feel a bruise on a banana peel, like the skin is just thinner. But as you're feeling it, making sure you're not leaking anywhere, you hear a hearty laugh. Ha 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 ha! You look like you wish to challenge me! As you look towards this man with raven black hair and a looks like a bright, vibrant red and gold open colored shirt. He has this very Gaston-like look to himself. These blue, almost tight trousers and these black boots go up to his calves. The man is massive. He's probably standing somewhere close to 6'10", built like a actual house. He's more square than tall. As he's standing there, you notice he pulls up his hammer and places it onto his shoulder. Please step right up if you wish to challenge the might of Boris Godfist.
Okay. What am I doing?
Well, so you do wish to play.
Sure.
And as you agree to the challenge, you find yourself standing amongst this platform as you look at this large, almost flat tower-like structure with this metal circular disc at the top. You notice that as Boris grabs his hammer, this is a challenge of strength, and if you have the will and the mettle to beat me. As he takes the hammer and he doesn't even swing it, he just drops it onto the platform. You watch as this tiny metal bead swoop, ping, and hits the top of the tower and rings off this bell as it comes falling back down.
I'm supposed to do that?
Whoever can hit the bell more times in 30 seconds wins the challenge.
I don't think I can lift that hammer.
You can use whatever you like. And if you can't use my hammer, he turns and points towards a rack, and you see there's a rack of various sized hammers. All basically wooden mallets.
I'm going to go pick one up. Just try to pick one random one up. Oh.
You pick it up off there? Okay. A maul is considered a simple weapon. You should be able to wield it.
Mm-hmm. Just so you know, I can't wild shape. I know. I literally can't win this one.
All right. Are you ready?
I suppose so.
You notice that he rubs his hands together. As he snaps his fingers, you watch as another tower appears. Next to him, that's going to be your tower. This one will be mine. Are you ready?
Sure, I guess.
Okay. 1 through 3, guys.
1 through 3.
1 through 3.
Oh, please don't. Just pick 1 through 3.
1 through 3.
2.
3.
1.
It works out in the end. As Falner, as you're like walking away from your dagger throwing contest, just kind of kicking yourself in the rear because you almost had that victory. You're looking for a next one. You actually are about ready to walk up to this individual who appears to be blowing flames and fire out of his mouth and up into the sky. You feel yourself bamf, and
It wasn't for Lavender.
as you're bamfing, you find yourself strapped down onto a flat platform, arms bound to each side, and you notice that over on the other end, where Boris is at, you actually see... This doesn't even make sense. You actually see Marvin strapped to the other side, and you notice that his back is strapped over the chest. He goes like, "Oh, come on, this doesn't even make sense, Boris!" He's like,
First time being toyed up.
and he looks over towards you. You really better hope your friend loses.
What?
It doesn't feel good to win this one.
Don't worry, yeah, I'm never going to make it up to the thing.
What you gotta do?
And as you look over towards Lavender, you notice that Lavender is standing over you with a hammer. You notice Boris goes like, "I'll go first." You watch his hammer comes crushing down onto Marvin. As Marvin sees the hammer, you see him go, "Ah!" You shake his head in wild frustration as the hammer...
Lavender, tell him not
You
to
watch the bees and hit the top. Spins his hammer. It's one win for me.
Who designed this game? This is fucking diabolical.
I'm going to bend down to Falner.
Don't move.
That's fucking.
And I'm going to
That
hit
is-
whatever I need to hit.
Okay.
That is
Assuming it's a strength
mental,
roll.
bro.
So you can either give me a strength save or you can give me an athletics check.
Man, you ain't got
love
to do this.
I guess I'll-
You could probably
They're
just
both
forfeit.
0.
You could probably just forfeit it. You naturally.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. So go ahead and...
That's straight 20, by the way. I don't
so
have
the,
any.
the damage for these are is a d12.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a d12 plus your strength. And
8.
8.
Yeah, it's straight 8. I don't have anything in athletics or strength.
Okay. So take 8 points of damage, Falner. As you see Lavender lift up the hammer, there's a moment where you realize that he doesn't seem to be remorseful for this, as you watch as a almost devious glee in his eye shines and sparkles down onto you. It almost kind of seems like that scene from Home Alone when Marv has the spider on his chest. As the hammer comes crushing down into your stomach, You hear the
What is wrong with you?
I'll try to miss next time. Yeah, I'm assuming he came back down.
Yep.
Okay. That's
Well, the bead comes back down. He doesn't move anywhere.
I thought
He's on the
You were-
pressure pad to hit.
Oh, okay.
He's what you're
You're
hitting.
hitting me with the hammer.
Oh, okay. I thought I hit the thing and then he goes up and hits the thing.
Nope.
I wish it was that.
Okay.
All right.
That was
Boris kind of. That's good, kid. Not bad for your first try.
It was just a lot of anger behind that.
And beginner's luck. Don't forget about that. Here we go. Wow. Boom! You notice as he hits the Marvin, you walk. The bead goes. And it stops at probably about 70 and then goes back down. Damn it. Marvin!
No,
Stop
not 20.
squiggling!
No, not 20.
Okay. Ooh, that's just 8.
That's an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. You bring your hammer up, and it this time more or less falls onto Fallner. It slams him in the stomach. You still got to roll damage on him.
Oh, I do.
Yep.
11.
11
is
points.
that?
11 points of damage.
I just drop it on the side.
As the hammer comes crashing down into your ribs, you watch as that bead goes up probably up to 40 and then falls back down. Whew, looks like I'm going to get the win on that one. All right, 1 for me, 0 for you. Let's try this again.
Wait.
We both hit it the first time.
Yeah, it's a tie.
Lame. Got hit with the hammer with a nat 20 for no reason, bud.
I got hit. That last one was for no reason too, and I got.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't nat 20.
I took more
You
damage.
watch as he hits it, and it goes up quite a bit, and then stops probably about at 90.
Is there a chance?
Almost rang the bell.
Yeah, that's a 9.
It's a 9. You again drop it again, and it barely goes up.
7 points. of
7
damage.
points of damage. Polar. Boris looks at. Whew.
Hurry up and lose.
That is
think I
another win for me. So, unless you can beat me 3 in a row here, looks like you're not going to win this. All right, let's go again, Marvin. Boris. Boris, please, God.
If he's hit me 3 more times, I don't know. It's possible.
Boris, please finish this.
Wait, no, it's not. I don't think it's not
All right, here we go.
possible to kill me.
You know, so he crushes it. Ping!
16?
16?
Yeah.
Okay, you hit it again. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
As it goes up to probably about 60.
So I literally, unless I hit the natural 20, I can't win.
And then ping, it hit the ground. You watch as Marvin, thank the gods. He bamps out from there, and you see Boris. All right, looks like I win there. So unfortunately, no tickets for you.
I wasn't going to win anyway. You're way bigger than I am. This isn't fair.
Why did you accept the game then?
I just got stabbed twice by this guy.
Oh.
I just wanted to get to
You
those.
just wanted to kind of hit him a little bit.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to go be there, but I just wanted to get the game over with, regardless.
All right, well, off you go then.
I'm going to walk off.
You begin to walk off. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start this over again
Oh, fuck.
right after break. So we're gonna go to break real quick, and then we will be back to finish the Obscura Jamboree.
If one of us somehow dies from this shit, that would be hilarious.
Dies at the carnival.
Yeah.
Well, so far you guys got 25 tickets, so you've won 2 of your games. You guys have lost 2 of your games. So you're sitting kind of decently here. I won't tell you what the other team is at,
We're
but
sitting decent.
I'd say you guys are probably sitting decently. So, so yeah, everyone, we will be right back right after this short on. And we're back, everyone. Thank you all for waiting as we finish up our break. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up right where we left off and just get right back into the
Death
action.
Trap.
You said your death trap? All right, so we're going to go ahead and everyone go ahead and give me a new number now, 1 through 4.
2.
3.
1.
Do you always go for 3s?
No.
Oh, okay.
1. Lava Day.
What did I say? 2?
Back-to-back double feature.
What did I say?
What was your last number?
I said 2.
Double loss. That's all
Last
that
number
is.
was 1. I picked 2 this time.
Moving on.
Remember your number.
All right. Okay. Lavender. As you are walking through the fairground, you actually pass up a few different types of games. Kind of afraid of whether or not you're going to be able to do them. Some of the games looked kind of a little intimidating, especially the strange dwarf that was breathing fire. However, as you're walking and you're sort of trying to decide what game or where you're going to go next, you hear the sound of metal bending and twisting and crunching, shrieking and shredding and moving against themselves. As you look up, you realize that you're standing on next to this rather large big top. It looks like it's the biggest one here in the area. And as you look up, you hear the sound of that metal shrieking as what looks like a metal framed figure is bending over. She appears to be part of the actual big top. You notice that her upper frame bends almost completely over like a tower looking at you. She's massive. She's like a giant. And in fact, the three of you could see this figure moving as well. You remember seeing her last time you were here. You notice that as the figure moves over, you hear her voice emanate through your thoughts. Hello. Who are you?
I'm Lavender. Who's talking to me?
Me.
I don't. Is it you? And I'm going to point up.
I'm Miss Big Top.
Nice to meet you, Miss Big Top.
You don't look like you're having a lot of fun.
Well, I'm just not very good at any of these games.
Would you like to play my game?
What is your game?
You have to fly to the top.
I have to fly to the top? I can't fly.
Well, I will make you fly. It's a race.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can try. Do I hurt any of my friends if I do this one?
No. Just yourself. Notice that as you agreed to do her game, you find yourself bamfed inside of the big top. You notice that the entire area seems to be cleared out, and as you feel your body begin to levitate and slowly float up, almost like Peter Pan style flying, your body begins to float up, and you watch as large metal rings start to appear in the air, and they start to spiral up and up and up and up and up and up and up. You hear her voice emanate out through you. Okay, now. You only have a certain amount of time to reach the top. If you do, you win. If you don't,
I fall?
you fall.
Already accepted. I can't turn back now.
As soon as you're ready to go, just jump.
I'm going to jump.
As you're already hovering off the ground, you feel your knees bend, and as soon as you jump, you you skyrocket up. You feel yourself starting to soar and fly towards that first ring. Now, do you have flying as a skill?
No, I don't. So these are going to be disadvantage.
So, what you're going to do is you're going to give me 3 checks at disadvantage.
Okay. It's a natural 1. What am I rolling it and adding it to?
It would be your dex. That'd be.
Oh, so that'd be 5. That was 18 and 15. So I don't even make it past the first one.
18 and 15. Okay, so very similar to. Very similar to Elijah's challenge. You will get to pick which one. As you start to fly, you realize those rings catch ablaze. And they begin to move. Some of them rotating and oscillating in a circle. Some of them moving up and down. Some of them back and forth.
Choosing 5 first.
You're choosing 5 first.
Yeah.
Well,
Because if I fall, I'm falling the least.
players win ties.
What the fuck?
Roll a 2 and a 5.
Oh my god.
You watch as Lavende makes his way through the first flaming sphere. As soon as you make your way through that fire, it almost like propels you like a speed boost. You feel yourself skyrocket up, almost Human Torch-like, as you begin to spin inside of this massive big top, making your way up.
I'm going to do 14 and then, or 15
Yeah,
and then
15 and 18 left.
I'm just going to do it in that order.
You do 15?
Yeah.
Again, this time you feel yourself making your way towards that ring when you end up barrel rolling and spin through that second ring and make your way through the various obstacles as you twist and turn your way until you hit that final flame ring and it launches you straight vertically up. As you're looking up, you actually start to see blades and oscillating metal almost pillars and smashers and crushers begin to move across and slam and crush. Apologize for in the center of this big top as you're making your way up, and you only have 18 left. So it's your best one for the hardest one.
Pray to God, any of them. Fall under pray to all your pantheon deities.
Well,
Here we go.
we got Hana, Mothiel,
I am not
Somos,
going
Getia,
to touch this.
Orlando.
I'm just go ahead and take a picture of it.
Okay.
Take a picture of it.
We're gonna take a picture of you taking a picture of it.
I can't wait to
Take
see.
a picture of you taking a picture of him taking a picture of it.
Oh my god, this is getting better as fuck.
There we go. But players win ties.
That's a lot like going on tonight.
Rolled an 18.
Oh.
Exactly. As you twist and make your way through each of the blades and the crushers and the pillars slamming across each other, you corkscrew and spin and weave back and forth until you hit that final flame ring. And as you hit the flame ring and you launch yourself up, you find yourself up into the night sky. And as you all see this projectile of flame leave the top of the big top, you see what look like fireworks as fireworks begin to explode all around the big top. As you do, your movement, your ascension upwards ceases as you begin to float and slowly hover back down towards the face of Lady Big Top.
While I'm up there, because I'm like, I can see everything, right?
Yeah.
Can I do a perception to kind of get a view of the area? Because I haven't
Sure.
seen the whole entire thing. That is, I think, a 22. Just to kind of see what is around while I'm up there, maybe to help later.
As you get up there and you look around, you realize that there is just forest surrounding the fairground for what looks like miles.
There's no, like, mountains or
No,
anything?
you don't see anything. It's just darkness, like a sea of trees. You also notice that the entrance where that grassland and that meadow is, the only spot you actually see that. Besides that, it actually looks like it's nothing but grasslands and meadows until as far as the eye can see over there as well. As you slowly begin to descend back down, you see Lady Big Top. Congratulations, you won my game.
Thank you. That last part was kind of messed up, I'm going to be honest.
You have won the maximum amount, so that will be 25 tickets.
Oh, thank you. If you don't mind me asking, where are we exactly?
You're at
Well,
the
no.
Obscura Jamboree.
I mean, when I was up there, there was like nothing but trees. Where are we?
You're in the Obscura Jamboree.
Oh, okay. Don't really know what that means, but
It's where you're at.
okay. I'll take your word for it then, I suppose. Thank you for the tickets, and I guess I grabbed them. I don't know if they're...
As you see these tickets float towards you, you grab them in your hand and you slowly begin to descend back down. You actually spin your way all the way down the big top until your feet touch firmly onto the ground.
Actually found one that I could win. Better than hitting things.
All right. So, you do 1 through 3 now?
At least he's busy.
It's a freaking
3.
owl flying through the air.
Numbers.
I'm 2.
3.
I think
He already said 3.
Oh,
I
we're
heard us redo it.
Yep.
Oh,
2, so which one?
So you get one.
You get 1?
1.
Okay. Falner.
Yeah.
It's like you're back on deck.
Saving the best for second.
You notice that as you're walking, looking for another game, you see Jackaloth cut across as he turns and looks towards you.
You're all running out of time. You only have just a little bit of minutes left. What game do you think you all are going to try next?
Well, I'm searching all over this place. Where are all your games? Like,
Well, you've already played, and most of your companions quite a few. However, if you'd like, you could play the game with the twins,
the twins.
Ida and Ida.
Ida and Ida.
Yes, would you like me to take you to them?
Sure, that sounds. I would.
Bam! You feel yourself.
How do I get here?
You find yourself in front of these two individuals. You notice that they look exactly the same. They're identical in almost every single way.
The ladies.
You notice that they appear to have, they mimic actually Jackaloth quite off a bit. One of them has white on one side of their face and black on the other side of their face, and then their clothes introspective switch each side. You notice that they, even their clothing has a checkered pattern to the cloth. The duality of them is clearly apparent from their gimmick.
Well, ladies, it looks as though I have brought you another player who would like to beat you at your game. If you all would, tell him the rules.
They go, and they both speak at the same time. Of course, of course. You must decipher which one of us is the liar and which one of us tells the truth. However, there are some rules. You may only ask questions about us, not yourself or our environment.
can only ask questions about you and not about the environment.
Correct. Correct.
Alright. I think that sounds straightforward.
Are you ready to play?
Sure.
You notice that they look at each other. Do you want to be the liar? I don't know, sister. Maybe you should be the liar. As they whisper back and forth a few times, then they look at you. And at the same time, we're ready. Jackaloth sitting there, like crossing his leg.
I would rather like to see this myself. Please. Let's begin.
And as you see Jackaloth say, let's begin, you notice that the two of them stand side by side, and they stare at you.
They are both identical.
Identical.
You got this, Justin. You got this. Can you ask a question to both of them, or is it just one question? Did you say?
Didn't say. She said they could ask questions about.
Himself and the environment.
Yeah, just them.
Yep. You can only ask questions about them.
Alright. I pace back and forth, looking them up and down. You both look so unique. I wonder which side of your faces got the white.
They're identical.
Right.
That's what he's asking
I
them.
want them to answer me.
Both
You
of
notice-
them answer.
You know, so they both go, this side.
Alright, so which one isn't pointing to the... Wait, what?
They're both doing this individually?
This side.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because you notice that their face is black and white, but then their hair is the reverse.
Oh, but you said their face. You didn't say anything about their hair. Which side of the face? Did you say which side of the face?
Yeah, I
specifically?
said what side of your face has got the white on it?
Okay. So then this side.
So they're both doing this.
One points to this side, the other points to that side.
And which one's not pointing at the white one?
The one that's on the left.
Alright. The one on the left is a line.
You notice Jackalope looks. Are you so sure?
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Alright. Girls, if you would, please. You notice that as...
Oh freaking god. I think I fucked up.
as
One question.
as you stand there and look towards them, you watch as she moves forward towards you. Both of them do. And as they do, you watch as her form moves away from what you perceived. And you realize that what you're staring at is a mirror.
Oh, so we cheating now. Free game, guys. Here we go. Let's do this.
So I got it wrong. Is that what I'm hearing?
You notice as they move away from the mirror and show themselves, it was reversed on the actual answer.
I see.
Jackaloth.
It doesn't quite look like you guessed the right one. Some things are not always as easy as they appear to be.
I guess no.
Would you like to go again?
Um,
It's always best 2 out of 3.
I don't know how I would do this. both have the same name. Right. Gotcha. Right. I got it. A little bit, just.
Oh my god.
Alright, Ida and Oida.
Would you like to play again?
Yes, I would like to play again.
You notice as they move back up, their figures come back up into that mirror, and you see that they are standing in what looks like, or they're standing opposite of what looks like some sort of fun house-like mirror.
Alright.
You notice that as they stand up into this fun house-like mirror, they both look at each other and go, "Sister, what if he does the same thing again? That would be a problem now, wouldn't it?" You notice that they cover themselves, and as the sheet comes back up, they are both stark white.
Maybe not the name thing, because the names could actually not be their actual names, and they would be telling the truth if they said no.
What?
You see what I'm saying? If their name is like Ida's like a nickname, and you ask them if that's their real name, the one saying yes could be lying, or could be the telling the truth. It's too much room.
Are you
too
sure?
Much room.
Are you sure you're not
Too
one of
much.
the sisters?
Too much room. Just don't ask that one. It's
Feeding
gotta be
him
something
false
obvious.
information.
All right, let's begin.
I'm sorry, Justin. I'll stop. Don't do the name though.
Ida, and I just point to one of them.
They both respond, yes.
Alright, I'm addressing one of them. The one on the left. Ida, would you tell me the truth?
No.
And look at the other one. Ida, would you tell me the truth?
Yes.
My brain cannot work like this right now.
Yeah, the mental gymnastics are strong right now. I'm
Right?
so glad I didn't get this one.
Right? So that would make you.
All right, let's make a map here. Okay.
Did she like
You
you?
said no.
Did she like
You
you?
said yes. So, right? Oh my god, this is hurting. I'm about to hurt myself in confusion.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You got this. You got this.
I got it. Ida. Okay, both of you. I see you both just covered your whole body with white. So I want to ask you the same question. It's not very fair, I don't think. The one on the left. Did you just cover yourself in paint and white? Or in all white?
No.
Oh. Other Ida, did you just cover yourself?
Yes.
Right. So, that one's telling the truth. The other one is lying. But you're still on the mirror, so you're backwards. So the one on the left is telling the truth. I think.
You notice as they step out of the mirror, you notice that. Congratulations, you actually were able to figure it out. Would you like to go and play one more round and win your tickets?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sister, he's really good at this.
I know.
Agreed. He is good at this. I guess we need to make this very hard for him now.
Oh, come on.
Oh, this is always the round that I enjoy the most. Are you ready?
I am. I think.
Girls. You notice that they both take blindfolds. blindfold themselves. And you watch as they cast a magical incantation, and as they do, you watch as 2 walls raise up in front of them.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This is the final round. There's one exception to this rule. We can move.
At what point can you move?
At any point. Unless you, of course, decide you know who it is. Then we'll stop.
What the fuck? Alright,
Putting on this on 4D chess level.
so I can't see them at all.
Cannot see them. You know there's one on each side of each wall, but you don't know if they move. Or when they move. If they move.
Or when they move.
Yeah.
Or if.
Or when.
Or if.
Or how.
Or why?
Why do
Are you ready to play?
What are the things that went about from?
Well, they're just walls.
What are they made of?
Look like stone.
Okay. Okay, I got an idea. Alright. Okay. I'm ready.
Alright. Let's begin. Jackaloss is there.
Alright, here we go. Showtime.
Bear with me here.
Jesus.
Don't panic. I cast Agonizer Scorcher. And I'm aiming it just to the side of the wall to go in just in a straight line.
Okay.
The one on the right, and I aimed it on the right. Do you feel warm right now?
No.
Alright, no one, I know who it is. No one's fucking move.
Go.
It's the one on the right. That is lying.
Is it?
No.
God damn it.
Not when you say that.
Come on.
It's the one on the right. It's lying. Oida.
Ida and Ida, would you please let Fulner know if they won or not?
Notice that Ida and Ida both pop out. Well, to technicality, Fulner has won. He did not specifically say or involve the flame outside within the environment. He specifically asked if we felt warm, which is an acceptable question, still within the rules. You have won. Congratulations.
Well done. Good
Thank you.
thinking.
You are both absolutely beautiful.
And as you win, they will say, you have won your 20 tickets.
I'll pocket them.
So you go ahead and grab your tickets, which I believe would now put you guys at 70.
65.
65.
Is it 65?
Yeah, because before we went to break, we had
Yeah.
25.
25,
25
20.
and 20.
25? You told me, you said 20.
That's 65.
You said 20 for me.
Yeah, 25, 25, 20.
Oh, there's 25 right here, yeah.
Oh, wait,
So,
yeah.
So 2,
The
4,
fuck?
6, so 70.
Yep.
I thought I got 20.
All right.
Very, very good there, Fulner. Is it, something that you've grown used to.
What?
Have you
I got it.
grown used to this type of mental capability?
Well, I have some experience with, I guess, illusion sleight of hand type things. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh well, guess you better carry on. Not too many games left.
Right. Well, thank you for the tickets and the opportunity. And I
Okay. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails also.
All right, Jezebel. As you are walking throughout the fairground, you come up and see as you hear this plume of fire being bursted up into the air. As soon as the flame gets done leaving this dwarf's mouth, he brings his torch down. You there! Step right up, come and try to beat Igor Cinderfoot.
Just don't scorch my face off. What's the game here?
Well, it is going to be a little bit of a distance challenge.
Distance challenge.
Whoever can blow the flame farther.
Do I see like?
Yeah, you look and see where he's standing. There appears to be two little rows and alleys. There appears to be what looks like tables with torches on each one of them. Further and further and further. The further you would blow the flame, the more torches would actually light up during the actual breath.
Game rules?
No rules other than just spit your flame.
So how does this work? You just like hold it in front of your mouth and you just blow?
First, you'll take a swig of something rather volatile, and then blow on the torch.
What kind of rules is this gonna be?
This is either going to be a performance or a sleight of hand check.
my soul.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
That's what I like to hear. All right. Here's your torch. Here's your swig.
Pretty good at swigging.
So I'll go ahead and I'll go first. Ugh.
It's gonna taste real nice.
As he blows his breath. Do his burp. You watch as he hits every single torch all the way along. All 5 of the flames ignite from his breath.
Alright.
Your turn now, lassie.
So that's an 8 for me.
Okay, as you blow, it's the first time you've ever tried to do fire breathing. And as you have the flame leave your mouth, it actually comes out in a massive fireball. It just explodes in this area right in front of you. It's quite spectacular, looks really cool. However, it wasn't really, you didn't really blow it for distance. You blew it more for just the radius. And you were able to hit that first torch and it stops right there.
Oh, not bad for your first try, but you'll have to do a lot better than that. It's best 2 out of 3. Are you ready to go again?
After you.
Alright, you watch as he blows his flame, and you watch as it only hits the first two.
That's not good. 7.
7.
Wait, yeah, 7.
You're able to do it again. That first torch ignites, but he beats you by 1 torch. Alright, that's 2 down for me, and none for you. So you'll have to come and sweep me off my feet here if you want to beat me now. You ready to go again? You watch as he rolls, and this time as he blows his flame, he must have taken too much into his mouth because his aim just completely misses. He hits the first one, and then it veers off and dissipates to the left. Ah, drat. Alright, your turn.
That's a 12.
You're able to blow the flame and you hit the first 2. They ignite and you beat him on that round. Alright. Still don't think you're gonna come back and beat me 2 more in a row. So let's see if I can finish you off with this one. Alright. You watch as he hits 1, 2, 3, 4. Ignite.
Natural 20. 26.
You got this.
Okay.
What was that? What did you say?
You manage to put the swill into your mouth, and as you blow your breath, it's like a jet stream. It fires across into the archway, and you hit all 5. You watch as Cinderfoot just...
That's a blowjob. Where's my tickets?
Alright, you still have to beat me 1 more time.
Alright.
Sudden death. Alright, here we go. You ready for this? I am gonna fucking deal with you. You watch as 1 ignites.
Oh, performance anxiety. It's a shame.
A 6 and a 7. Your turn to roll.
8, 14.
You watch as Jez only ignites the first 2, but then after that, the flame dissipates and veers away as you overtake Cinderfoot and beat him at the end. As you do, you look at him and go, or he looks towards you. Alright, fair is square. You win. Take your tickets. Yes, as he moves them over towards you, you only get 5 tickets. Meanwhile, Kaz, as you make your way towards the last location, notice that Jackaloth approaches you. This time, you notice he appears lying sideways over the opening to another tent into the area.
Well, it looks like we're down to our last game. And our final contestant. Are you ready to play?
Well, it depends on the game.
Why don't you walk inside and have a look for yourself?
I walk in.
As you walk in, you notice you see a tent. This area is completely filled with what looks like, you could only assume them to be spectral onlookers. They look like ghostly apparitions applauding and watching a show. As you see 2 tabaxis spinning in acrobatical and cartwheel-like fashions from one high flyer to another as they catch each other and swing from hand to hand from one side to another with no net beneath them.
This is Fang and Claw, our high-flying acrobats. Would you like to play their game?
So what does it entail?
You have to outperform them.
Okay. By swinging on a rope?
You have to make do and get to the other side. Of course, you will need a partner.
Alright.
One member of your group.
Jezebel.
Jezebel, as soon as you get done getting your tickets for that
Finally
Cinderfoot,
getting
and he goes,
All right, good job. There's your ticket.
you bamf.
Uh,
And you find yourself standing next to Jackaloth and Kaz.
what's going on?
And we have our final contestants.
Whoa, what contestants?
And you find yourself up on top of the high fly tower. Very close. It's a very similar look to what your tightrope walk was.
Is Kaz next to me?
Yes.
Kaz, what is going on? What is happening?
I guess it's, we either win or we fall to our death.
I gotta do this again?
Well, you have practice now. That's good.
You look over towards Fang and Claw. You see the male and female tabaxi high flyers, basically wearing like leotard-like outfits,
kitty cats.
stare at you from across the area. You notice as one grabs its high flyer bar and swing its way over and backflip over to the other tower. You notice that Jackaloth snaps and appears right next to you all.
All right, one of you will have to get to the other side to start.
Okay.
Not it.
Alright. I'll go ahead and attempt to swing across.
Acrobatics or performance, please.
So for this, I'm going to perform my blade song.
Okay.
It does give me advantage on acrobatics checks.
Okay.
That is a 26.
All right. Kaz, you grab that bar and you swing across, and as you do, you let go, and like a spinning top, you spin and land on the other side as that bar swings back towards you as Jackaloth grabs it.
Here you are.
Am I just leaving like a trail of blood everywhere I'm walking?
From the amulet that you use to heal yourself, it closed the wounds, but your feet are sore, yes.
Gross. Alright. Acrobatics.
You're holding onto the bar, it hasn't started yet. Jackaloth looks towards everybody.
All right, it'll be, of course, the best 2 out of 3. And whoever entertains the audience more will win.
Entertains the audience more. Alright.
Let us begin with Fang and Claw first.
You notice that they make their first attempt across. Okay. You watch as they swing from side to side, and as they build up momentum and speed, as they come back, their hands meet and they actually whip each other and propel each other across from one side to the other. The crowd gives off quite a large and loud cheer as this happens.
All right, looks like it's your turn.
You can either give me a acrobatics, which will basically be performing the swing, or you can do performance, which will increase the attention of the audience. It's your choice to decide which one you want to do.
Acrobatics. 29.
Okay, and Kaz, you have to choose between performance and acrobatics.
I'll choose performance.
Okay.
That is going to be a 12.
A 12.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys beat him on both ends. You watch as you go to begin your spin. You actually build up quite a bit of speed. As you come launching your way forward, you let go as Kaz, with his legs on the bar spinning forward, grabs your legs and flips you backwards towards where he landed as he lets himself go and flies across and grabs the bar on the other side before backflipping onto his end as well. Both of you landing on each side. Jez, you don't even really understand how the fuck you guys managed to pull that off.
It happened.
The crowd goes ecstatic as they cheers and jaunts basically ring out throughout the tent. You hear Jackal go off. And the clear victors of that round go to Kaz and Jezebel. Congratulations. Now let's do it again. Fang Claw, don't disappoint us. You watch them grab each other, and then this time you can tell they enter and take off with gusto and ferocity as they let off a quite impressive display of acrobatical performance as they land perfectly on each side. Again, the crowd definitely louder than last time. Not as quite as loud as what your guys' one just was, but definitely more impressive.
You guys can
All right, this time, Kaz, you have to start off, so you have to either go performance or acrobatics.
I'll go ahead and do performance again.
Okay.
27. Natural 20.
Jez, performance or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. 29.
Good God. Just destroying them.
Down.
All right.
We're good at acrobatics, okay? We're rogues.
You watch as Kaz gets even a little bit more fancy with it. You see him pull himself up onto the bar, standing on top of the bar, holding both sides as he lets himself go and swings off. As he does, you actually watch him jump. And as he jumps, you watch him jump over you. And as you swing towards him, he jumps over you and he begins to front flip and grab the bottom of your legs. And as he follows back, you watch him backflip, grab his own bar, and come back. And as he comes back and as you leave, he lets himself go, grabs you, and you guys switch in reverse as you land on each other's sides. And the absolute roar of the crowd becomes massively impressed at your display. Jackaloth again speaks up. And again, it looks like Jezebel and Kaz are the clear winners of this round. Fang and Claw have one more chance.
Oh, that's... Someone call HR.
Your move.
Oh, yikes.
Your move.
You watch as they leap. Okay. Jez, you start.
I'll risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna use my tail for this one.
You use your tail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do I gotta do for that?
Well, acrobatics or performance?
Nothing. Just straight acrobatics is fine with my tail.
Yep.
Woo! 13.
Okay.
Performance. That is going to be a 16.
Okay. Exhausted from the last two bouts, you all begin your shows at the same time. You leap off, holding onto the bar with just your tail. Kaz, you having to make up, not knowing she was going to do that, adjust for your own maneuver. As the two of you begin to come towards each other, you actually meet and somehow just symbiotically form what you're going to do, and you do a simple switch as you guys leap from one bar to another in a rather impressive display. However, from the other side, you hear as they begin their swing. Fang and Claw move at each other. You watch as the gray one begins to do a twirl, and as it does a double, then a triple, you watch a quadruple backflip begin to happen as it goes to grab the bar, and as its hands come to the bar, you watch as they right by them. And in a gasp and shock, you watch as this gray one plummets almost 70 feet down to the ground. And you,
Can I cast something?
if you want to,
I want to cast Featherfall on them.
okay, you can definitely use a reaction to do that. About 20 feet from the ground, you see this gray tabaxi float and slowly descend down to the ground as the shrieks and gasps from the crowd slowly stop. You hear Jackaloth not even pay mind to that, just go, and a clear and apparent winner of skill and technical performance. It must go to Kaz and Jezebel. Congratulations. With a grand total of 30 tickets for that win. Which I believe puts you guys now at
105?
105.
Yes.
And as you notice, he pulls out what looks like a pocket watch. As he holds the chain in front of his face, you see the clock ticking. You see it begin to ding, like almost like a metal alarm clock go off. That is going to be time for a little challenge game. Time to find out who the winners are. As he snaps his fingers, you find all four of yourselves bamfed into the center location of the fairgrounds.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, hello.
Glad you're still alive.
Oh yeah, it was no problem. Nope, not at all.
Really? How many tickets did you get?
Oh, got about 20.
12 out of 25.
We, what, 30? Our last one?
Last one was 30, I got a 20 for that, so 30, 40, 50. This will be, like, 105? Oh, we bitches right now.
Jackaloth, you see him approach. Are you all ready to enter the final portion of the game?
What's the final portion?
Motion.
Well, the other team should be arriving any moment now.
We fight to the death.
Notice that as the other team approaches, you see what looks like basically Calypso's henchmen. You see they're the same individuals that were within the palace when you all sort of had the standoff. You notice that as they approach, no fighting, remember? This will be to determine who wins the game. As he raises his hand to the sky, you watch as the Black Knight disappears again. The stars vanish as you begin to see the image of the gambling hall again. And as you see this image, you see the first round of the Dragon's Ante starting up. With Sky sitting there, she looks lost, confused, scared. She looks almost as though she's looking around for someone who should be there that she knows. Across from her, you notice that Calypso is sitting as well. And then Mr. 52. Now, none of you are allowed to say how many tickets you've won to the other team. How this will work is each round of the Dragon's Ante, you all will place a wager, a bet of tickets. Whoever wins the round. First one to win 3 rounds wins Dragon's Ante. Does that make sense?
Why couldn't she just have played Dragon's Ante? This is also insane.
Insane.
In Novembering.
Insane. Do you find this place insane?
Is it like is it a word you don't like or something?
You notice as he walks towards you, his body begins to grow. His legs and arms almost become these long, outstretched, like scarecrow-like limbs. As he slowly begins to grow in height and in just these extremely long, almost emaciated-like limbs. He approaches over towards you and kneels down. There's plenty in this world that's crazy. We're the things that make it seem normal.
You know, like insane's a compliment. Yeah, yes, what is this compliment? It's like saying fat with a PH.
But who's ready to play a game? Yes? No.
Could we have a second to strategize?
Of course, I'll let the teams deliberate.
Alright, pull up, I guess. Awkward. So don't say the I word in front of him, I guess.
The what?
There, perfect.
So, this is what I'm thinking. We have, what, how many tickets together?
105.
There's 3 rounds.
Right.
I feel like we did rather well. Why not split the tickets, or at least the bets, 35 apiece?
Could do that.
And then bet him.
And then bet it that way. I feel like that would even out our chances of winning.
I mean, that's all fine. I mean, it's all gonna be chance, though. So,
It's going to be chance regardless.
Let's do it that way. Alright, we'll break.
As you all both come back over towards Jackaloth, he knows that he sits on top of a barrel. He's almost sitting like how L from Death Note sits on a chair. His feet are up, but his knees are so long now that they're just V'd off to each side as his elbows raise up and hang down in front of him. You notice that his fingers have now grown into long, like, sharp claws.
Are we ready to play?
Ready.
Lovely. For the first round, would your team please give me the amount of tickets you'd wish to wager?
135.
Would the other team please give me the amount of tickets you wish to wager?
They hand the tickets in each hand.
Let the games begin.
And as he does this, you watch as his eyes close and they open back up. You see the black abyss, voidless eyes, almost glee with a sinister delight, as the tickets that you just put in his hand begin to burn. And as they burn with this almost green-like flame, you watch as tiny, almost humanoid-like figures begin to... and they begin to burn and... in just like horrible forms of torment and agony as his mouth opens. And he begins to... and inhale each one of these tickets.
Yeah.
35.
And you watch as he does the same thing on the other hand.
30. The first round goes to the Widowmakers.
Congratulations. As he points towards the sky, and you watch as Mr. 52 deals his cards, and you see Sky play her hand, and as she does, you see that she wins, and as she's like, oh, that was easy. Oh, man, I got lucky on that one. That was a good hand. And you notice Mr. 52, all you need is a little luck. And you notice that his form looks directly at the perspective that you all have looking at him.
Are we ready to begin the next round?
Yes.
Would you please? Your tickets.
Hand him 35.
Your tickets, please.
As he begins to inhale each one of the souls,
A familiar taste. 35. Someone's eager to win. 40.
you see that the other two soldiers, or the other pirates from Calypso's crew, they kind of they look back towards you. They almost have this just possessed look on their face, just intent on causing harm and winning this. You watch as the projection up in the sky continues as Calypso wins the next one.
Ye better try better than that.
Notice that Sky sort of takes a deep breath and continues on with the game.
Your tickets, please.
35.
He grabs each one of them. He inhales them.
$35. One.
Jesus Christ.
The winner. Again. Kaz. Jezebel. Lavender. Fauna.
Watch up the projection as Sky wins the next hand.
It's down to the final round. Your tickets.
I thought you said there were 3 rounds.
Yeah, I thought you said 3 rounds.
3 hands. The person up there has to win 3 hands.
First of 3 games.
Oh, I have fucking tickets.
Or no, we got one more 35.
No,
we won.
that was all of them. It was 105.
35 plus
35
35 is 70
35
plus
is
35
105.
is 105.
Oh.
I thought.
I think we all thought there was only 3 hands.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought too.
So, yeah, we can't.
I'll pretend that I'm handing him something.
Okay? Grabs each side.
Ugh. That's unfortunate. The round is a draw, which means that you win. More wins, since you were all out of tickets. 2-1. You watch
as you look up towards the projection as Sky wins the final hand and beats Calypso during the match. You notice that Calypso sits there, and you, as he slams his hand onto the counter, you watch as he throws his drink across the room, and he stands up, throwing his chair back, You notice he goes to pull his cutlass out, and as he goes, you see Mr. 52 look up towards him. Would you really want to be causing a fight here? The Zentarum don't quite deal with people who turn their backs on them. You notice that as he puts his weapon back in, he goes, I want to know where Jezebel and her crew are. Why were they not here during this? Where's my crew? You notice that Sky kind of raises her hand and goes, yes, I also would like to know where my crew is. If I can, okay, I'll just stop. And as this happens, you notice that that vision begins to fade away as Jackaloth stands up. And he looks over towards the other group.
And it looks as though you have all lost this competition. And you have won. Congratulations. I will send you back to the lodge. And of course, thank you all for enjoying your stay here at the Obscura Jamboree. Maybe next time when you come back, it won't be under such a rigorous ruling system, and you can enjoy the grounds as you feel free to.
Well, it was really nice meeting you. Nice, fine
You notice that his clawed hand
establishment.
opens up, and as it does, he causes a portal to open.
If you would please just step through.
As you go to step through, you hear the other pirates going like, so what happens to us? And you notice as Jackaloth turns towards them.
Well, losers are, of course, always dinner.
And as you all begin to walk through, you see his arms thread out and literally eviscerate one pirate into two pieces with a swipe of both of his arms. The sound of blood-curdling screams and terror and fright echo throughout that air as you all make haste through the portal. And as you all make haste into this portal, you arrive out on the other side. And as you do, you find yourself literally bamfing into the gambling den. Same room that Sky and Calypso are in. You notice that Calypso pulls his blade out, pointing it towards Mr. 52.
Ye don't know who or what I deal with, but I tell you this, you get in my way.
I pull my blade out.
Ah, there you are, Jez. Glad you could finally join. No more stupid card games. No more funny business. It's time to settle this.
Settle it, you already lost.
Not by the weight of me blade.
And as he raises his blade up, and you watch his hand burst into flame, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Fuck. Let me fucking
So-
kill this guy.
So thank you all for joining us tonight for the episode Hold'em High.
Does that mean we get a battle map next week?
Oh.
Yes, next week is going to start off with combat. So
We gotta make a cool little gambling.
next week we'll start off with combat, and we'll also have our brand new cameras up and rolling. So you'll be seeing some high
You're gonna be seeing what we really look like.
HD.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
Sorry in advance.
So thank you all for joining us tonight, and there will be no Chicago by Night tomorrow. We will be doing a slasher one-shot. So join us for that. It will definitely not
Very
be
fun.
serious. It is going to be completely it's going to be just mad, insane anarchy. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but hopefully you guys all enjoyed tonight. And without further ado, thank you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.